Hello friends, Mandar here. I am back with another video. Today we will talk about expediting your EAD and AP applications if you have not gotten it in the reasonable time. We'll also touch on the compelling circumstance EAD that a lot of people are interested in. We'll talk about if you can upgrade to EB1, either EB1A or EB1C, and finally we'll talk about what can we expect from the October visa bulletin. So a lot of good stuff, guys. Watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration and lifestyle related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, before you take any action, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. Now before we move forward, I would highly appreciate if you can hit that like button, because that will also get you into the giveaway and it will help the channel as well. If you subscribe, that will be even better and you will get all the video notifications in the future. Also check out the links in the description because those are affiliate links and you might find something interesting. It will also help the channel. Now I went to Acadia National Park up in Maine last weekend with my family and it was awesome weather. It was a great trek. Check out this video and the pictures from the top of Cadillac Mountain. It is one of the best places to visit if you love nature up in Maine. It's not easily accessible, but it is about 5 hours drive from Boston. Put down in the comment section below what interesting things that you have done this summer. Now let's get on to our first topic. The first topic I wanted to cover is how do you expedite your EAD or advanced payroll application. So now if you are in the adjustment of status, you know that you are eligible to get an employment authorization document, which is EAD, which is I-765. Also advanced payroll card, which allows you to travel outside the United States and come back without having to stamp your non-immigrant visa such as H or L. So it is a very easy way to travel back while you are pending adjustment of status. Now unfortunately recently these applications are taking way longer than what it used to take in the past. Typically it used to take 2 to 3 months to get your combo card, which was EAD and AP card, at the same time, and you would get that within 2 to 3 months. But since last 1 year or so, we have seen that these applications are taking way longer. EAD is taking anywhere between 6 months to 8 months, whereas AP is taking almost a year. Now during this time, while they are waiting, it is very difficult for people to continue with their employment. Now there is a relief on the EAD side because there is automatic extension of 180 days. But on the AP side, you need to have our advanced payroll card valid during the time of travel. If it's not valid, you cannot come back. And if it's taking up to a year, you are really stuck without the ability to travel. So what can you do about it? Figure out if you have a compelling circumstance. Figure out if you have a really emergency need to go to India or out of the country. Once you have that, once you have outlined that and have it ready with you, then start chatting with the EMA. It's the automated chat bot on the USCIS website. What it will help you do is open a case or a service request with USCIS. It is the easiest way to open a service request with USCIS. Explain them the situation that you need to travel outside of the country for such and such reason. The travel reason has to be compelling in the sense that you are taking care of your parents who are ailing or who have bad health, or you have a responsibility for somebody else who you need to attend. So whatever the reason might be, you can open that request through the chat with Emma and that will open the service request with USCIS. Some people have been lucky to get their AP card through this way. Now the second way is to call USCIS. I'll put down the phone number on the screen here, but you should call USCIS and try to get in touch with the tier 2 officer. Now it's always difficult to get past the automated message and to get past the first tier officer. But if you can get to the tier 2 officer through multiple attempts, and mind you, it will take multiple attempts for you to get to that stage. But once you get to that stage and once you tell your story regarding why you need AP or EAD card expedited, that officer, tier 2 officer, will be able to expedite your case right then and there. There have been cases where people who have been successfully able to talk to a tier 2 officer and they got their EADs within a couple of weeks right after hanging up the phone. So this option is better. But you need to be prepared with what is your circumstance, what is the urgency that you need your EAD card for. Now there are a couple of things that you might want to mention, or you can also check them out for or search for compelling circumstance EAD on USCIS website, and you will find a lot of information about it. But in a nutshell, there are 4 different categories that I would like to tell. One is health issue. If you are at the risk of losing your job, that is losing your H1B, then you need to use your EAD card. And because there is such a long wait, you can express that because you are at the risk of losing your job, you will also lose your medical insurance. Or if you yourself or your family members has a certain medical conditions that is highly dependent on this medical insurance, that will be a compelling circumstance. Another thing is financial impact. Now financial impact is 2 ways, one for you and one for the US economy. So say for instance you have a home, you have purchased a home, you have a mortgage, or you have car loans. Now if you lose your job and if you lose your H1B, and not having any EAD will prevent you from working further. And that will put financial hardships on you and your family, because you will be unable to pay your mortgage, you will be unable to pay your loans. That will not only impact you, but and also those financial institutions that have provided you with that loan. In turn, US economy suffers. The third reason could be employee-employer grievance. Now, if you were wrongfully dismissed from an employment, if you have an issue with that, you can clearly explain that as a compelling circumstance to the USCIS. If you believe that you have done all your work and if the company has wrongfully dismissed you, that could be the case to get your compelling circumstance EAD as well. And then the fourth one is job loss. Obviously, all 3 of them cover the job loss situation, but not having a job will be extremely compelling for you and your family. You will have to sell your home, you will be unable to pay your mortgage, things like that. So figure out how you can explain your compelling circumstance, write a cover letter yourself. If you have to send it to USCIS, these are the points that you should focus on. If you need a help of lawyer, you can certainly hire a lawyer who can do it for you. So those are the points I wanted to cover, how you can expedite your EAD or AP. Now one important thing that I also wanted to mention is, a lot of people ask me, can I expedite my green card processing? Now green card processing in the sense, can I expedite my I-485? No, you cannot. In terms of USCIS, you already have an AP, you already have EAD card to work, and you are in status while you are pending adjustment of status. So there is no reason for you to expedite your green card or I-485. So there is no provision for expediting of I-485, although you can expedite EAD and AP applications. So that was the first point I wanted to cover. Also, I want to mention that some people have confusion over if they don't receive a combo card. Typically, nowadays we have seen that EAD and AP like 765 and I-131 are approved at different times. So in the past, it was very routine to get a combo card which was for EAD and AP at the same time, and they had the same expiry date, and it was easier to keep track of both. But nowadays things are different because they are approving EAD and AP at different times, and because of this there is no longer a combo card. Instead, you get an EAD card, and for AP you either get just an approval notice I-797 or 539, which tells you that your AP has been approved, and that is valid for travel as well. So I just wanted to mention that point because some people had confusion over it. Now a lot of people have been asking me, is there any information on spillovers from family-based section to employment-based section in this new fiscal year? In other words, are there going to be any visas available from family-based section that are going to be spilled over to employment-based category for FY24? My answer to that question is probably not. I would be very surprised if USCIS announces that there are going to be any spillovers. The reason I am saying that is because we had those spillovers in the first place in the last couple of years is because the consulates outside of the United States were not operating at the optimum level during the COVID and after the COVID. But now, since last year, all the consulates are opening at a full capacity, even and in an expedited way. So they are issuing out family-based green cards left and right. So they are using up most of their numbers, if not all. So we don't have latest information on how many were used. Let's see for the rest of the year if USCIS surprises us with any spillover numbers from family-based category to employment-based category, although I don't have much hopes on that. So our quota for FY24 will be 140,000 green card numbers for employment-based category. Now there were some lawsuits that were filed against USCIS claiming that USCIS should approve the green cards even if the dates have retrogressed because they were current at some point of time. Now their argument is USCIS is not following the law, but that has not gotten anywhere yet. We don't have any information on that. Some people asked me about it, so I just wanted to cover that point. It is highly unlikely that USCIS will allow or approve cases whose dates are not current, even if they were current at some point. Now let's talk about what is the prediction for October visa bulletin, and I have covered it in my couple of videos, but let's revisit one more time. Now EB1 all of a sudden for India has retrogressed back to 2012 in the file and action chart. But my speculation is that is just a blip. In October visa bulletin, in the worst case scenario, EB1 India will progress to end of 2021 in the worst case scenario. In the best case scenario, if there are any spillovers or things like that, the dates may progress until end of or December of 2022. That is my guesstimate. The reason I am saying this is because USCIS clearly mentioned in their previous visa bulletin that dates for EB1 will be back to at least where they are in the filing date chart. But I am being a little bit more optimistic. Instead of June 2022, I am saying they will progress to December of 2022. So that is my speculation for EB1 India. Now EB2 and EB3, my guess is both of them will be very close to each other. They will reach end of 2012, which is December of 2012 in the filing date chart. So that is my speculation for EB2 and EB3. Now in the next 2 years, they will progress a little bit faster up until end of 2014. So my speculation is in the year 2025 until October, the dates for EB2 and EB3 may progress until end of 2014. The reason I am saying this is because the dates had reached that stage last year. So many people in that pool of applicants whose priority dates were in that range have already gotten their green cards. So there is lesser number of applicants who are pending up until end of 2014. So dates might relatively progress a little bit faster. But if your priority date is after 2015 or onwards, it's going to be painfully slow because there will be full volume of all the pending applicants for those years. So this is just my speculation for October visa bulletin. We'll see what happens. It will be coming up in the next 2 weeks and we'll see. And by the stroke of luck, if all dates are made current, then it will be awesome. We'll see what happens. And then the last point I wanted to cover is if you are stuck in EB2 and EB3 backlog, consider filing for EB1A or EB1C. So I know for sure that some of you are interested in stock trading, day trading, buying cryptocurrencies. I want to present you VBull. VBull is a trading platform. It allows you to buy stock. It allows you to buy options, do options trading, and also it allows you to buy cryptocurrency. VBull 9 was released with a brand new home and market page, asset page, and economic calendar. Also, VBull Cash Management was launched with 5.8% API with no fees attached and no minimum balance and unlimited withdrawals. This is amazing. New VBull USA users can still enjoy 5.8% APY and get up to 12 free stocks when making an initial deposit of each is valued between $3 and $3,000. Feel free to take advantage of this. Join through my link and you will get those free stocks. You might be qualified for EB1A if you fulfill at least 3 out of the 10 that are for EB1A, which is specialty occupation. And also EB1C, you may be eligible for that. If you have come from India since last couple of years, if you have been working for non-US subsidiary of US employer that you are currently working on outside of India, whenever you came, and just prior to coming here, if you had worked for them in a managerial capacity for at least 1 year out of the last 3, you could qualify for EB1C. So check out your situation. If you need my help or if you need my perspective on your case, do reach out to me on my Calendly and I will be happy to provide my perspective. This will be a non-legal advice, but I have experience because a lot of people have worked with me and have shared me their experience on EB1C and EB1A. So do reach out to me on Calendly. And if nothing works out and if you have a US citizen child, wait for the child to become 21 and that way that child can sponsor you for your green card. So you don't have to wait for 150 years to get your green card. Sorry, but I just had to mention that. That option is available for people who have US citizen children. Anyways, if you like the content of this video, do hit the like button because I still have my giveaway going on, which is Apple Watch, which will be of the new generation coming in middle of September. I'll be announcing the winner in the 3rd week of September when the watch comes out. All you have to do is like and comment on this video. Also subscribe to my channel. And if you are a regular watcher, do comment on each video. That will be a meaningful contribution to the audience. So hope you like the content of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.